Only 30 minutes from Auckland CBD, Orewa is a fast-growing beachside town that is literally a place where you can eat, shop and play all in one beautiful location.
Well, when I was young, it was about the 70s or so, and Auckland was quite different then, wasn't it? I mean, it was just Queen Street and it was a big city, and when I lived in Pukekohe, we'd drive through Auckland to go up to the Hibiscus coast, to the beaches where my family was at. And so quite a transition when you go from Pukekohe to the Spud territory up to the beach and through Auckland, which was so busy. There was a harbour bridge, but there wasn't any of the main highways. You had to go through Albany and through the long way. It took about 2.5 hours to get up there. It was a long drive in those days.
One of the first settlers, Captain Isaac Rhodes Cooper of the 58th Regiment, bought 25 hectares of land and set up historic Orewa House in 1856, a pit stop for many travellers on the way through to the natural hot springs in Waiwera or further north.
My mum and dad were quite settled in Pukekohe, and they actually had a florist shop in Pukekohe, and even to where the Grand Prix races, they used to do the big reefs for the winners at Pukekohe track. So they were quite settled, but they were originally from the Waiuku area, but we moved to the Hibiscus coast because my father's family was up there. They had moved up there in the 50s, they'd bought land, they had settled in with bachelors, and then we went up there in 1970.
With a fast-growing population, thriving business hub and restaurant strip, motorway improvements and accessibility has made Orewa even more desirable. Visitors no longer want to just pass through, they want to stay, so housing developments are growing fast in the surrounding areas to cope with the demand. But why?
Well, it's the beaches, for a start, family life. I have 5 children, and so that keeps me pretty busy, but they love the beach, they love the facility. And you know, now with new motorways into Auckland City, it's only 20 minutes. So it's a whole new dynamics, isn't it? It's like being on a way in the beach, but you're close to the city. And then you go 5 minutes out of the Hibiscus coast and you're in farmland. So it's quite diverse. So we have everything in the one spot.
Gary is a big advocate for the Orewa way of life and has been instrumental in many of the recent changes in the area. But can Orewa and the local board play a bigger role in shaping a brighter vision for Auckland through the pandemic and beyond?
As I said, the family life is fantastic. We have a great community spirit. We get a lot of things done in our area. So with the transition of a lot of people coming from the Auckland area up for holidays and stuff like that, we want to make sure that their venue that they go to is fantastic. The camping grounds, the beaches, everything's maintained. So our role on the council really is to ensure that people enjoy it as a holiday spot. But if they are coming to live up there, that it's a way of life. That's what they are all looking for, that beach life. COVID it's not a problem, you find solutions. You've got to find ways of working around it, that it doesn't affect their life too much. Yes, it has in the short term, I suppose, because it's such a new pandemic and it's been going, 2 years now? So we need to adjust. And I think it's important that the council finds a way to help their lifestyle. So we maintain the areas. If there is certain restrictions put on you, we try to make it as easy as possible to still have some way of comfort of life. That is really important. I think also we need to look after our people, especially the elderly and the young. So make sure that they are catered for, that people are looking after them and they don't feel alone, because the COVID can make you feel alone. So that's important that we have that communication as well.